Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 13 trailer. Has Paige taken up drinking? Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. Up a new trailer for Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 13 suggests that Paige has returned and may have been addicted to alcohol. After a more somber final episode in which she tried to flee her home after experiencing stress, Sheldon Cooper's fellow childhood protégé makes a comeback to the prequel to The Big Bang Theory. Even though Paige was eventually reunited with her family, it appears that nothing has changed for her because she is acting more rebelliously than before. Sheldon and Paige rejoin at East Texas Tech, where the boy genius discovers her drinking and hanging out with much older college students. According to the latest Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 13 trailer via TV promos. View the video below. In December 2022, Paige's comeback to Young Sheldon Season 6 was already spoiled. During the filming break, McKenna Grace and Ian Armitage posted a behind-the-scenes photo of themselves. However, the first official glimpse of the returning character is the trailer. Related, TBT final plot hole justified by Young Sheldon's 6's most boring arc. Paige was more attuned than Sheldon when she was first presented. She was well-versed in social skills and had pals. Her parents' divorce, which she held herself responsible for, caused her to modify how she behaved. She has been in a defiant attitude ever since. Making a scene in Sunday school and trying to steal with Missy in an attempt to hide her melancholy. However, she initially acknowledged that she had been having difficulties in both her personal and academic lives when she reappeared in Young Sheldon's 100th episode. After Paige appeared to have hit her lowest point, there was hope that she would eventually be able to gain the support and direction she required. Unfortunately, the teaser for Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 13 suggests that's not the case. She seems to be resuming her rebellious behavior, despite being far younger than everyone else. She even began drinking at college parties. Given that he is already embroiled in a heated dispute with East Texas Tech, it is intriguing to see how Sheldon, the young genius, will respond to being drawn into her antics. Given that a more mature Sheldon handled the matter appropriately the previous time Paige tried to do anything risky, it's probable that he will turn to Missy and Mary for assistance once more. Maybe Sheldon might enlist Paige to assist her as well-grant database project only to provide her with a cause that truly matters to her. Given Sheldon's resistance to such things in The Big Bang Theory, it would be interesting to see the former rivals work together in Young Sheldon Season 6. Young Sheldon Season 6 continues to make Sheldon Cooper worse in the Big Bang Theory universe. Fans are furious. If you thought Young Sheldon was just a harmless spin-off to explore the quirky childhood of one of TV's most beloved characters, Sheldon Cooper, think again. Season 6 of Young Sheldon has taken the character in a shocking direction, one that has left both Big Bang Theory fans and Young Sheldon viewers completely frustrated. The transformation of Sheldon in the latest season isn't just disappointing, it's downright infuriating. The more we see of this young genius, the more we realize Sheldon is getting worse, and fans aren't holding back. 1. From adorable to annoying. What happened to the Sheldon we loved? When The Big Bang Theory first introduced us to Sheldon Cooper, we fell in love with his unique quirks, obsessive behaviors, and his intellectual brilliance that made him stand out, all while still being kind of adorable. Sure, he was socially awkward, and yes, he had his fair share of faults, but there was something heartwarming about watching him grow and develop as a person, especially in his relationships with Amy, Leonard, and the rest of the gang. But Young Sheldon has twisted Sheldon's growth into something unrecognizable. Instead of the lovable, albeit socially inept, genius we knew from TBDT, Season 6 of Young Sheldon portrays a Sheldon who is selfish, arrogant, and dismissive of everyone around him. This isn't the Sheldon we fell in love with. This is an exaggerated, frustrating version that fans are struggling to tolerate. 2. Sheldon's selfishness hits new heights. One of the biggest issues in young Sheldon Season 6 is Sheldon's ever-growing arrogance. Fans who watched The Big Bang Theory grew used to Sheldon's self-absorption, but we always knew there was a soft side beneath his cold, logical exterior. His rare moments of vulnerability made us root for him. However, Season 6 of Young Sheldon continues to strip away that vulnerability and exposes Sheldon's worst traits. He's rude, dismissive, and completely uninterested in anyone else's feelings or opinions. In previous seasons of Young Sheldon, we saw Sheldon struggling with his inability to connect with people, but there was always a sense that he cared in his own way, even if he didn't always know how to express it. In this season, it feels like he's simply become unbearable. His selfishness reaches new heights, and instead of being funny or quirky, it's just exhausting. 3. The charm of Sheldon is gone. Fans are not happy about it. Remember those moments in The Big Bang Theory where Sheldon's neurotic behaviors were balanced by his love for Amy, his funny one-liners, or his friendship with Leonard? Young Sheldon Season 6 has forgotten all of that charm. The character is now consistently shown to be intolerable, pushing people away and acting like he's always the smartest person in the room. Which, of course, he is, but it's no longer endearing. What happened to the Sheldon who could share a meaningful moment with his friends and family? Young Sheldon used to give us glimpses of that Sheldon, but now it's hard to believe this version of Sheldon will ever grow into the compassionate, if somewhat awkward, adult we grew to love in TVDT. The show is taking Sheldon to new levels of irritability and rudeness that make him downright unlikable. Fans have noticed, and they're not holding back in calling out the show's increasingly unflattering portrayal of the character. 4. Is young Sheldon turning Sheldon into a villain? One of the most shocking aspects of Season 6 of Young Sheldon is how it portrays Sheldon as borderline antagonistic. In The Big Bang Theory, while Sheldon had his eccentricities, his relationships were key to his development, from his strange friendship with Leonard to his deep bond with Amy. But young Sheldon seems to have forgotten that part of his essence. The young Sheldon on screen now is portrayed as someone who pushes people away, doesn't care about others' feelings, and never stops to reflect on his behavior. While Sheldon's scientific brilliance is constantly highlighted, his emotional intelligence is woefully lacking. He mocks his family, belittles his classmates, and dismisses anyone who doesn't think like him. Fans are left wondering, is this the direction the writers intend to take? Are they trying to make Sheldon an irredeemable character, a villain of sorts, instead of the lovable, quirky genius we once adored? 5. The breakdown of Sheldon's family dynamics. Is Mary really the problem? If there's one thing Young Sheldon Season 6 is really hammering home, it's the strained relationship between Sheldon and his family. Sheldon's mother, Mary, has always been the loving but tough figure in his life, but now the show seems to be portraying her as an obstacle to Sheldon's success, as if she's somehow holding him back. This portrayal is jarring for longtime fans of The Big Bang Theory who remember Sheldon's complex, yet deep relationship with his mother. Mary has always been a source of support for Sheldon, even when he was at his most difficult. In Young Sheldon Season 6, however, the narrative makes it seem like she's part of the problem, reinforcing Sheldon's arrogance and poor attitude. This shift is disheartening, and fans are starting to question if the show is doing a disservice to the character of Mary and to Sheldon's development overall. 6. Fans are fuming. This isn't Sheldon. The backlash is real. The reaction from fans has been overwhelmingly negative. The social media uproar is undeniable. Fans of The Big Bang Theory are vocal about their disappointment, saying that the Sheldon they loved is being sacrificed for cheap drama and forced conflict. Many argue that young Sheldon has taken a giant leap backward in terms of character development, stripping Sheldon of the qualities that made him relatable and likable. One fan summed it up perfectly. Season 6 of Young Sheldon has taken everything that made Sheldon Cooper great and thrown it out the window. He's no longer quirky and charming. He's just insufferable. Fans are finding it increasingly difficult to enjoy the show when it feels like the entire character arc of Sheldon is being warped in ways that feel both unnecessary and untrue to the Sheldon Cooper they once knew. The backlash is real, and it's growing with every episode. 7. What happens next? Can Sheldon's character ever be redeemed? With Young Sheldon Season 6 reaching new lows, viewers are left wondering, can Sheldon ever be redeemed? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel for his character arc? Will we eventually see him learn some humility, or is the Sheldon we're seeing now the Sheldon we're stuck with? Perhaps the writers are hoping to set up some sort of redemption arc, where Sheldon has a moment of clarity and realizes the importance of empathy and self-reflection. But at this point, it feels like the show is so far gone in making Sheldon unbearable that it's hard to believe they'll be able to pull off a satisfying turnaround. 8. Young Sheldon could be fading into irrelevance. As fans of The Big Bang Theory continue to be disappointed by Young Sheldon's portrayal of the character, it's hard to escape the feeling that the show is starting to lose its luster. While Young Sheldon started out as an entertaining prequel that explored Sheldon's early years, Season 6 risks alienating fans with its increasingly irritating take on the character. If the show continues down this path, it could spell the end of Young Sheldon as we know it. Fans aren't interested in watching a Sheldon who is completely unrelatable and unpleasant. If the writers don't course correct soon, the show could fade into obscurity, a sad end for what started as a promising series. 9. Is it time to say goodbye to Young Sheldon? As we approach the end of Season 6, many fans are asking themselves if it's time to give up on Young Sheldon altogether. The charm that made the show so unique is quickly fading, and Sheldon's increasingly unlikable behavior has left many questioning whether the series can ever recover. Fans of The Big Bang Theory are left wondering if they'll ever see the Sheldon Cooper they once loved again, or if the character is doomed to become a shadow of his former self. As Young Sheldon continues to make Sheldon worse with each passing episode, one thing is certain: the show has a lot of work to do if it hopes to regain the trust of its fans. Is Young Sheldon doomed to fail? Only time will tell. But for now, the backlash is loud and clear. Fans are done with the current version of Sheldon. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.